Welcome to Karate 360. I'm your co-host, Richard Mosdell.
And I'm the other host, Kalen Anglos.
Hang on tight. We got a lot of stuff to go over. Kalen's going to bring us into the show.
Karate 360. Let's start the show. You will kick high and I will sweep low. From local to global, it's the thing that we love. Karate. Sanrokumaru. We are back in the Karate 360 studio a day before we're even supposed to be here.
We're amazing.
We're just amazing. Just getting things done.
So enthusiastic. So much energy get going for the new back to school year.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's August 30th as we put this on Facebook Live right now, and you said there was 7 new members.
I think 7 new people joined today.
Just today. And it's not even September yet.
Yeah, I think all that promotion, all that work we did in the spring and summer, it's paying off.
Yeah, and I saw the new sign on the highway there. That's huge.
Oh, great.
It's a huge sign, but it's huge to have a sign
out
on the highway.
On the highway.
Yeah, obviously something's working because people just keep coming through those doors.
Exactly. I like the fact that our sign is the legible one.
That's right. You can read it. It's quite bold, and you can see it quite good. This is the first week also for classes kind of starting back up after a short little summer break. Yep. How'd that go?
It's been great. It's been neat seeing people walk in going, I was going through with karate withdrawal.
Yes.
I need it.
Need that kata.
I need that kata now.
Yeah.
What do I do next? Hurry up, tell me.
And I heard there's like Robin, for example, people who came back who were injured now that their injuries healed and now they're back at it ready for the new season.
That's right. Yeah, it's kind of neat seeing people who had some nice time to get some recovery done.
Yeah.
And then lots of new faces and people, just getting excited and all the new equipment that we put in.
We got new gym equipment.
I know.
Ready to fire some things up here.
Yeah, exactly.
We got things happening.
We took, if you noticed in the hallways and stuff, we took down all kinds of stuff, put up pictures.
I noticed that. Put up the picture, made it a little more homely around here.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to get all the, serious belt certificates kind of a little bit out of there so it started looking like a doctor's office.
Yeah.
So we took down quite a bit of the, if you guys look at the pictures of our club, a lot of our walls we have words.
We have
stuck
words
on the walls.
So
on the walls we have all these paragraphs stuck to the walls.
We just threw letters at the wall.
Yeah, exactly. And what's funny is when we opened the club, we knew that there would always be like one instructor teaching.
Yeah.
So people would come in and we're like, maybe we just put stuff on the walls they can just read.
Yeah.
So parents can just read about stuff that's happening. So people walk in and go, wow. But then the kids start picking it off.
Yeah, and they don't read it.
They don't read it. They don't read it at all. So we kept some of it and then peeled off the bottom. We're going to paint. And then we're going to add more pictures and just more stuff.
And the after-school program, buzzing like crazy.
Huge. I think we're almost going to double it.
Yeah, we had mentioned last week on the podcast that there was another after-school program at a school close by that kind of just shut down.
Yeah.
After registration. They just said, nah, actually, we're not going to offer this.
That's right. Like after school programs, they require you to confirm by April.
Yeah.
School finishes in June. And then July, August, they're off. Everyone comes back. And then in July, I think the first day of July, they canceled on all the parents.
That's crazy.
And they've been scrambling. And so we were really trying to help them. So I can't confirm it, but we're pretty close to being able to confirm that we were going to be able to help them out with a driver and a new van.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping to have that sort of figured out within the next 24 hours, which is great. It brings in a lot more people into the club.
For sure.
Utilize the space and they're all full-time. No part-time people in the program.
Yeah.
So
you know who's going to be here.
Little superstars.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And of course, the karate season for us getting started here pretty soon in September. But for us here at Karate 360, I think it's going to be 2 weeks is going to be our 1 year.
That's amazing.
Episode.
That's amazing.
Episodo un. No, that's French. Episodo each. What's year? How would you say 1 year in Japanese?
1 year, Ichinenkan.
Ichinenkan. There you go. That's going to be our episode in 2 weeks here. Yes. 1 year of the Karate 360 podcast. Amazing. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do. It's neat how people are discovering us.
That's right. Let me ask you something, Richard. Saturday night.
Yes.
Did you happen to catch something that might have been on?
Some sort of combat sports event.
Some kind of event that would have been on?
Yeah. I did catch 2 gentlemen duke it out with fisticuffs.
Well, let's not go as far as calling them gentlemen, but 2 athletes. I guess we could definitely call them athletes.
Anybody earns $100 million.
Yeah.
Not doing too bad.
Not doing too bad for sure, but not necessarily means they're gentlemen. But McGregor versus Mayweather.
Yes.
Absolutely crazy. You know what? but without even talking about the fight yet, you know what I loved?
What's that?
They mentioned the word karate 3 times. I don't know if you heard it, but they were talking about McGregor for starting in karate.
Yes.
And then when he was kind of moving around the ring, they said he's got that karate,
That's right.
sport karate style.
And
I was like, yes, he does.
He does, exactly.
And then he lost.
Well, it was, I mean, really, everybody knew it was going to go like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Yeah, there wasn't much secrets there.
Mayweather doesn't take a fight, he's not going to win.
No.
And he was going to put on a show.
Yes. Well, what I was really impressed though is he went forward the whole time. Usually Floyd Mayweather was walking away, going back, just kind of keeping the other opponent away. This time he went straight for McGregor.
Yes.
And I mean, McGregor put up a good fight. I mean, I think Mayweather was in control most of the fight for sure. I think he knew what he was doing even when he was getting shots in the head, but McGregor still looked good. I mean, I was actually impressed with his boxing skills.
Yes. I mean, there was lots of like really fun moments that I think other people seen, like the ref talking to McGregor.
Yes.
not Mayweather.
Just not even looking at Mayweather.
It was interesting to see how easily he got behind Mayweather.
Yes.
So had it been an MMA match, done.
Yeah, I heard that was kind of part of Mayweather's, not his plan necessarily, but he knew once you go in the back, there's nothing you can do. Yeah. So
just covered up.
Just covered up. It's just boxing IQ, I think, is what won that fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was amazing when Mayweather, 4th or 5th round, decided to actually throw a real boxing punch.
Yes, and just turn it on.
How fast it was.
It's crazy.
Like really, like not double McGregor's speed, but definitely faster.
Fast.
Which I think is one reason he moved forward, because he knew he could handle McGregor's speed.
Yeah. I was surprised he wasn't throwing a lot of power punches though, McGregor. He was just giving like little slappers almost. He's known for having that big heavy left hand that knocks guys out, but he didn't really throw that big heavy left hand.
The funny thing is, like, the first or second sentence in his immediate post-match interview was, "I tried to make this more exciting than the Pacquiao fight,"
which it was,
right?
But leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds. Yeah. So it was great to see, and great to see that McGregor took the fight to him.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a little bit of a karate stance, a little bit of moving around.
Totally.
No, it was entertaining. I was in a bar, like a big nightclub bar.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
And so the guys to the left of me were cheering for McGregor.
Yes.
The guys to the right were cheering for
Mayweather.
The guys behind us were singing Irish songs. And it was just packed.
That's such good atmosphere.
It was
That's
great.
what you want for something like that, for sure. I was a little worried before the fight that it was going to be a gong show. Like I thought maybe somebody was going to run in the ring, or Mayweather or McGregor was going to kick him, or something silly like that. So I was really happy for combat sports. So that fight was so entertaining. Everybody tuned in. It went as good as it could have gone, I think. Everybody knew what the outcome was going to be, I think. And just the whole thing came together perfectly, I thought. I was so happy for combat sports in general.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It gave a little more legitimacy to MMA.
For sure.
Right?
I think so.
It was interesting because the match before that, there was a trip over a leg.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And then there was a controversial finish to that match.
Yeah.
And
that was Floyd Mayweather's boy there.
That's right. And then with their fight, how McGregor wanted to be out, like I want to be knocked down.
Yes.
But really, he stopped defending himself.
Yeah. Well, you thought that stoppage was fine.
In the boxing world, it was fine because there's no standing 8 counts.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
So he hadn't. Just from that, I think that ref did a really good job, because it's really hard to referee,
especially the biggest fight of all time.
Yeah. It's really big. Yeah. And it could have gotten embarrassing at that point.
Yeah.
He could have turned his head, and there's a lot of punches, and he goes down. There could have been an injury. So, the boxing world, really, McGregor gets injured. Mayweather's not fighting anymore. McGregor's one of their biggest draws. You don't want this guy to get a brain injury from the back of the head shot.
Totally. Absolutely protect him.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
even that's what Dana White said afterwards. He's like, great fight. It was awesome, but I don't want to do this again. You want to be careful with my star here.
To see that. And everyone had comments about it after, and I don't know exactly what was really true in the contract, but someone had said that for every illegal blow, had he kicked him in the leg, it was a $10 million.
That's right. Yeah. I think that's true for sure. I've heard that in a couple different areas that said that. Yeah.
So $10 million fine. So no, it was great. It was exciting to watch. It was exciting to just be in the moment. I remember I watched the pre-fights. Now, in your feed, did they cut it out?
No, I had the Showtime pay-per-view cable feed, so I'm not sure what you got. There's a couple different ways you can get it, but no, it was It was all good.
Yeah.
I know there were some problems.
Ours jumped twice, but we didn't lose it, so we saw the whole thing.
Okay,
So
there were some upset people, that's for sure.
I noticed that there was.
Now the pay-per-view numbers came out today.
Oh, okay.
Well, sorry, they didn't come out. Dana White came out and unofficially said that they did something like 6.2 or 6.3 million pay-per-view buys, which absolutely is far and away the best in pay-per-view history.
Yep.
I think the Pacquiao fight was 4-something million, so completely trumped that. But the question is, a lot of people had to order the fights twice because they went through. And also what I wasn't aware of is a lot of the cable companies, they would let you order it once for one TV. If you wanted to order it for another TV in the same house, you had to order it again.
Way.
But they would reimburse you for the second one. But you had to order it twice.
Wow.
So you think how many houses had it on 2, maybe 3 different TVs in a house?
Yes.
So maybe it's jacking up those money. But still, I mean, it's the biggest combat sports event of all time.
For sure. And what, 100 million illegal views? Like
illegal, yes.
And stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's to be expected.
Well, it is very interesting. Interesting to see how things evolve. People in the karate world, if you're really talented and you want to break into that world, obviously you can do karate and prepare yourself for it up to a certain level, and then start cross training and add it in.
Yes. Karate by Jesse Enkamp. His brother's in the UFC, right?
That's
Oliver.
Right. Yep.
And he puts out some training videos. He trains mostly, from what I can tell, karate striking. Like he does a lot of distance striking, a lot of kumite type stuff. But obviously a UFC fighter and legit MMA guy.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, absolutely. You can kind of pave your way through it.
Right on. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever the next stage is going to be. So
absolutely.
And seeing there is no competitive pro karate league out there right now. But even if amateur karate is a feeder to this sort of level.
Yeah. I kind of look at it similar to the way boxing is, right? Boxing, you can be an amateur athlete, you can go to the Olympics and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But a lot of times those people, sometimes they don't even go through that stream. They just go straight for the professional boxing if they're good enough, right? I mean, a lot of the times they go to the Olympics and then they become professional.
Yes.
But sometimes too, they just go straight for the professional and go to the Showtime boxing, go to HBO boxing and all that. So something like that, I think, could work in karate.
Absolutely.
We just need a Showtime karate. Or a Karate 360.
There it is.
All right. With that in mind, let's dive into a little bit of karate global news. All right. So last weekend, August 26th to 28th, was the PKF Junior, Cadet, and U21 Championships in Buenos Aires. Did you keep an eye on this?
This is a big event.
Huge.
I think there was, for Canadian athletes, over 50, right?
There was a lot. The team was huge. I saw the picture, and it was huge. And the Canadian athletes had a good showing, too. We have the results here from the PKF Junior and Cadet U21 Championships. They all go right from a youth age all the way up, obviously, to U21. So we're just going to give you, I thought, the U21 division.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, because then we can kind of know some of those people and we can go through. So what we do, we have the results. We're just going to give you the gold medals from each division, and then we also have the final medal count as well. So it's about 3/4 of the way down on that page there, Richard, to get to the U21. So let's do it this way. You say the division, I will say the person this time, because I think last time we mixed it up. So we're starting at U21 kata female. And again,
team female?
No, go down because we'll go up to that after. Because it goes U14. You see how it does that? So we'll post these results on the Facebook page as well. It's a little bit all over the place, but we're going to read them out to you here right now. All right, so
I'll read the titles. You go for the names.
All right, let's start.
U21 kata female.
So female kata, the gold medalist was Zina, warrior princess Kappa from Peru.
Congratulations.
There we go. And shout out to Jennifer Robinson from the United States, who got silver in the kata female as well.
Fantastic. U21 kata male
is Hector Cincion from Panama.
Right on. Congratulations. And from here is, it's like my screen just popped.
Keep up.
U21 kumite minus 50 kilograms female.
So we have Talia Terrero from the Dominican Republic.
U21 female minus 55 kilos.
Is Sabrina Perrier from Brazil.
U21 female minus 61 kilos.
Is Catherine Mardone from Chile. And again, silver place, we have Sabrina Hosteler from the United States taking silver in the minus 61 kilogram division.
U21 female minus 68 kilos.
The gold medalist, Paulina, apologize if I get this wrong, Paulina Ramos Akita from Mexico, and getting silver medal in the minus 68, a Canadian, Leah Gordon, and also getting a third place from Canada, Alexandra Zaborniak from Sandeep Sojo.
Congratulations.
So congratulations to you guys. A good Canada showing there in the female minus 68 division.
Awesome. U21 68 plus kilos.
So the 68 plus, we have Brenda Padilla from Brazil winning the gold medal. Shout out to Camille Bosvenu from Canada winning bronze in that 68 plus division.
Awesome.
Let's move on to the males.
Male minus 60 kilos.
So we have Wesley Nascimento from Brazil.
And minus 67
is Alan Hernandez from Mexico. And shout out to Ryan O'Neill from the east coast of Canada, winning a bronze in that as well from Nova Scotia. Ryan O'Neill, he had a good showing at the Canadian Nationals there this past year.
That's right. Fantastic.
So shout out to Ryan. Good job there in the male minus 67 kilogram division.
Minus 75 kilos.
The minus 75 champion was Duong Diaz from Ecuador.
Minus 84
is Luis Vasquez from Venezuela, and shout out to Max Siegel, who won silver medal in the minus 84 from the United States, and a couple Canadian athletes in there too, finishing fifth, Christopher Cody and Alexandra St. Arnaud.
That's great. And then 84 plus
is Eric Lamalas from the United States, getting silver medal in the 84 plus kilogram was Alexander Benjamin Rivet from Canada as well. So he getting a silver medal. So congratulations to all those athletes. Let's go back up there, Richard, and just do the teams, because I know those were up there. I think they were before the U14.
Yep.
Not caught up. All right, go for it.
Kata team female, U21.
So the U21 team kata champions were Peru, Argentina, and Mexico getting silver and bronze.
And male team kata.
Male team kata, again, Peru winning gold. So sweeping the team kata for both male and female is Peru, and Brazil and Mexico getting silver and bronze respectively on those as well.
You know, interesting on these results, we have 4 teams listed for female, but only 3 teams for male. Maybe few teams had gone.
Perhaps.
I've heard that before.
There we go.
Not as they don't get a full like 20 kata teams. So
okay.
We get like 4 or 5 kata teams will actually show up. So, for example, in the male division here, there must have been only 3 because they give out 2 bronzes.
That's right, and there's only a first, second,
so
third.
Anybody could have gone through there. That's really interesting. So congratulations for those guys.
Interesting.
Big event. That's a lot of athletes.
Yeah, let's do the Kumite team. Team Kumite. You see that there?
Oh, I missed it.
We'll go female team Kumite. The winner was Venezuela, Peru, and Mexico winning silver and bronze. And then the team Kumite for the males, Argentina winning gold with Venezuela and Brazil, winning bronze. Mexico also won bronze. Team Kumite from Canada won 5th. So congratulations to all of you. All right, let's just look at just real quickly the actual country medal count here at the PKF Junior, Cadet, and U21 Championships. Real quick, I'll just go over the top 5. Brazil won with 12 golds, 10 silvers, and 17 bronze. A total of 39 medals for Brazil. 12 golds. That's crazy. They were the best in the tournament. In second was the United States. They got a total of 33 medals, 8 golds. And Mexico got 30 medals. So finishing third was Mexico. They got 6 golds, and then it goes on from there. Peru, Argentina. Canada got 7th in the medal count. And yeah, so there it is. Top seed, Brazil, 39, kind of as per usual, I think.
Yes. Yeah, pretty strong. And a big event for everybody there. Now there's no... Oh, wait, this is 2017. So there is...
This is 2017.
Youth Cadet Junior U21 World Championships this year.
That's right.
Yep. Later on in the year. And so this will be a qualifying event for that too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you want to talk about the WKF schedule that came out for next year?
Sure. We can go over it. Yeah, let's do it.
Right. So I'm going to go over these really fast. You want to say the date? I'll say the tournament.
We're going to go over all of those, Richard?
Let's go over the main.
Do we want to put people to sleep?
No. We're just going to do the tournaments, not the training camps and stuff.
Okay.
So, for example, in February, you have January again is going to be Paris Open. February is the EKF Championships. Then February is going to be Dubai for the K1. Then Rotterdam for K1 in March.
Yeah.
And also Rabat
Rabat's in early April.
Then senior EKF in May. Then the AKF, the Asian Youth Championships, U21 Championships in Okinawa.
Also in May. OKF, Cadet Junior, and U21 and Senior Championships also in May. PKF also in May.
And then in June will be the Istanbul tournament, which used to be in September. Mediterranean tournament in June, and
AKF Senior Championships is in July.
PKF Juniors is in Venezuela. Now, one of these, I can't remember I think it's either PKF Senior Championships or the PKF Junior Championships. Might be Junior, is not actually going to be in Venezuela. They have to move it.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Asian Games in August, September. Premier League Berlin is in September.
Man, we're already looking at another WKF Senior World Championships too.
WKF, and then K1 for Japan will be in Tokyo.
Tokyo, nice.
Fantastic.
October 12th,
Must be a practice one for 2020.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then World Championships are going to be in November
5th and 11th.
Madrid.
Crazy.
Wow.
Seems like it was just World Championships yesterday.
I know. We'll be at this one, 2018.
That's right.
We're going.
Press passes.
By the way, have you seen the news, like global geopolitical news? Missiles being shot over countries.
Goodness, this is getting scary.
So if you didn't catch it, folks, North Korea shot a ballistic intercontinental missile through the atmosphere over Japan, landed it in the ocean on the other side of it, international waters. Maybe still, if it's high enough, it's not considered their airspace. Freaky as it is, hasn't done that since 1998.
Whoa!
Right. So it flew over the northern part of Japan, over Hokkaido, and in Japan there are actual speakers in all urban areas. There's like speakers that the city hall can get on the speaker and go, "Hello, citizens. There's old Mrs. Suzuki, age 95, missing. Can everybody go outside and look for old Mrs. Suzuki?" You can actually there's enough. It's like right out of the 50s of having warning. What do you call them? Like bullhorns?
Yes, yeah.
For the nuclear holocaust.
So what do they do for this one? Warning: there is a missile.
So they actually did it. They said there's a
freak everybody out.
They got on it. It was like, woo, there's a missile. And so by the time it took off, from the time it launched to the time they were aware of it was like a minute or two.
Cool.
The time it goes like Mach 5 or 6, right? So the time it's over Japan was like 6 minutes.
Jeez.
And it flew over Japan. And by the time it splashed down, I think it was under 30 minutes. But the trajectory to get to Japan was like, it's so fast.
Yeah.
Japan decided not to try and shoot it down.
Well, that's probably good.
So yeah. Can you believe alarms going off telling you there's a missile being shot over your
God, I could not imagine.
So now they think calmer heads will prevail. There won't be a war.
Well, that's
there won't
good.
be a conflict.
They think.
But this is a really weird thing. Like they're countries will have military practices inside their country. Now they're shooting over other countries. So it does put the 2018 Winter Olympics, which are being held in South Korea, with a big question mark on it.
Yeah.
South Koreans are just going to keep marching along, doing their thing, unless it's a shooting war. But that also puts, if there is a shooting war, there's a very good chance there will be no 2020 Summer Olympics.
Cool. That's a scary thought.
Right?
That's a scary thought.
Yes. So would they move it? Would they take it out of Tokyo and say, hey, LA, do you want to put something on? Or London, you have all the facilities?
Yeah.
Or just not have it. So now with 2024, 2028, there's still a chance karate can be in those. But a shooting war on a geopolitical level, which could include nuclear weapons.
That's crazy.
So,
and if the U.S. gets involved, there's going to be fire,
and
fury, and frankly power.
Yes.
So literally.
So I'm not going to promote the flames of what do you call it? I'm not going to say it's going to happen. We should all get really worried about it, but we should be concerned and we should keep our eye on it.
And should be especially concerned if sirens go off.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
Couldn't
imagine.
So,
well, on that dark and dreary note, let's get into a little bit of technical tactical.
Well, it's so weird because the next two major Olympics are in Asia in the hot zone.
Yeah.
Right?
Scary thoughts.
Exactly.
Good thoughts out there, people. Here we go. Let's dive into a little bit of technical tactical, spice this thing up a little bit.
I just want to talk about don't shrug your technique.
All right, well, it's you. Let's go.
All right. People coming back into the dojo, especially for guys, shrugging, tensing up, and trying to muscle their way through a technique.
Okay.
Right?
Especially guys, because they got that.
My traps are massive.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I see it. I know what you're talking about.
You probably see more people who have the Adonis complex, right?
Definitely, but even so, people that just chronically have really tight traps. I think it's especially people that come in and want to train posture. I enjoy doing posture training, but that's one of the things, getting your traps to shut off, because everybody gets real tight. That's where a lot of people hold their stress. So
yeah, me too. I'll feel that too.
Yeah, me
too.
Right yeah, I'm guilty as well. Yeah.
So the key thing is, so there's several really easy things to do to get your karate technique to be better and have better posture. One is drop your shoulders and swing your arms, pull your chin in, center your body, and have your shoulders kind of down, right? Even think about using your lats to pull your shoulder down a bit.
Yes, definitely. Yep.
Right? They have that feeling. And then get in your stance. Another one is stand against the wall and see how flat you can get your back straight.
Yes, yeah.
Right? And then put your arms out and feel your shoulders turn down. And then start practicing karate. And the second thing is loosen your arms.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
You could do the McGregor swinging thing.
Those are so funny. Did you see the memes?
I love the meme of him flipping sausages.
There's so many of them. They're my favorite. I absolutely love them.
It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So swing your arms until they kind of calm down. Bring your shoulders down, chin in, shoulders down. Squeeze your lats, tummy tight. There's a kata idea of slightly chin in, just slightly.
Tuck the chin.
Just chin in. A little bit of an evil face.
Squint.
Little squint.
Yeah. Make sure your hair is nice and straight.
Exactly.
Probably in a ponytail.
Shave the eyebrows just slightly down.
That's right. So you look slightly angry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, just kind of think about using your core and keep your arms really loose and fast.
Yeah. I think that makes you not only faster, it makes your technique a lot better, though, too, because you're not using that extra movement to try and do your punches or to try and move. It kind of loosens you up a little bit. Just make sure everything's going in the right direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my technical tactical for, I think, when you think of a lot of karate moves, you can still be strong, but you want to be quick and strong.
And I think it's a good one too for the start of most people's season coming into September, because it's one of the more common mistakes I think we'd see, people really tensing up their shoulders.
Totally.
So absolutely, it's good.
Yep. There you go. Absolutely, everyone from the day you start all the way through your karate career, you can work on that.
There we go. All right, let's get into a little karate fitness training tip. And this week's karate fitness training tip comes to you from a question that we had sent our way from Pierre-Alain Chabot, a listener to the Karate 360 Podcast. Thank you so much for sending us your questions. Yeah. Same as you guys out there, if you have questions or whatever, absolutely send them our way, either through Facebook or whatever. But what Pierre-Alain Chabot, he wanted to know, shout out to Pierre, he wanted to know, I have a hard time gaining leg muscles. Can you give me some workout ideas to upgrade my leg stamina and my kick quality, please? I have good flexibility and range of motion. I just lack leg muscles to power up my moves and techniques. It is really hard to get some for some reason. All right, great question, Pierre-Alain Chabot, and I think it's one of the most important questions for karate athletes is how do you get stronger legs? How do you generate more power from the legs? Because, I mean, that's really what's moving us, and that's what's propelling us to do all these techniques. So one thing you can do outside of the karate, well, even in the karate dojo, but as a supplementary training is, of course, just to get stronger legs through squats and that kind of thing. But one technique you want to do is we look at power, and we also want to look at endurance, because one of his questions was, how do I get better endurance? Better way to get endurance is to do like squats or to do leg exercises, follow it up with a wall sit. So sit at 90 degrees against a wall, hold it there, really for as long as you can, but you're really trying to train the endurance in your legs to try and keep that position for as long as they can. Similar for kata athletes, if you get into a stance, get into your whatever stance it is, get into a stance and just hold that there really for as long as you can, and that's going to help build the endurance in those muscles. Also, other things is like just building up your cardiovascular system is going to help not fatigue your muscles so fast. So just doing, riding on a bike, a stationary bike is a perfect example of a way you can get better endurance in your legs, just making it nice and hard. To develop power from your legs, we're talking really explosive movements. This is where we want to start talking about squat jumps, but in the dojo, what we can also do is like resisted kicks. A lot of resisted stuff is what's going to really get you more powerful on your kicks when they're not resisted. So using bands to tie around the ankle, using ankle weights is a great idea. In fact, I recommend using ankle weights in any type of karate training, whether you're just doing a kata, whether you're doing kumite, whether you're doing drills, whether you're doing basics, whatever it is, strapping on some ankle weights is going to add that extra weight, obviously, but also the extra intensity to do those movements. So one thing that I like to do for kicks especially is put ankle weights on and just start doing some kicks. Just do 10 on each side, go back and forth until you can, until you're so tired, maybe you do 50 or 60 on each side, then put heavier weights on, or next time try and get 70, 80, 90 techniques and that kind of thing. And that's really going to help your leg development, but also your kicking technique.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever done 24s?
24s.
So you do 6 exercises that are similar, and you do 4. So you do 6 and there's 4 different exercises.
So you do 6, 6.
So you do 6, 6, 6, 6, 6,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So the same 6 exercises, 4 times, 4 sets.
That's right. So you do and you can do it with a bar on your back or with dumbbells. You do 6 squats.
Sure.
And transfer to 6 squats with an upright raise.
Okay.
What do you call that?
Upright row. Yeah,
upright
you're
row,
close.
right?
You're close. Yeah.
And then put into your shoulders. You do 6 lunges forward, and you do 6 lunges backwards. So you do 24.
Yes.
And then you wait a little bit, and then you go back and do it again.
Yeah, great for endurance. Absolutely great for endurance. Just think, when you want to build endurance, you want to be working those muscles for as long as you can in different ways. That's what I really like about that. The 24s is doing it in different ways: squats, lunges, wall sets, whatever, squat jumps, different ways, because then your muscles are going to be able to react better when they need to in karate training.
Yeah. We had there was a strength coach for the Vancouver Canucks, and he was like an old, Eastern European powerlifter, right? But it was in one of their seasons in the mid '90s where they suddenly took fitness super seriously after, and then they went, they had much better results.
Sure.
And he said that explosive few seconds, then a little bit of relaxation, explosive few seconds. So he had them doing a lot of 24s.
Sure. So for hockey players, it absolutely makes sense.
Yeah. So we were doing it as well. And it worked really well.
No, that's awesome.
And wall sits, I love those.
Wall sits are great. And I will throw one exercise in there too that you can simply do in the gym called Bulgarian split squats. You've probably heard of them before.
Split squats, yes.
It's like a lunge, but you have your back leg, instead of on the floor, you have it on a bench or on a box or something raised up. So you're just using literally your front leg.
So you're balancing your back foot on the box.
Yeah, you think of it just as a lunge. You're looking at a lunge. You can even hold dumbbells in your hand like you would as a lunge, but your back foot is balancing on a box. So you're just using that front leg to go down and up. Those are killer. Those get all the muscles in your legs fired up, and I think that's one that you can be doing. So there you go, Pierre. I hope that answers your question. And go ahead. Good luck, and let us know how it goes.
Take a picture of your thighs every month and
show before and after, and then we will take credit. So there it is. Thanks for the question, Pierre. And again, if you guys have any questions, send them our way. Karate 360 on Facebook and all over the world, really.
Exactly.
There it is. All right, let's finish off here with just some upcoming tournaments. We're wrapping up this episode here of the Karate 360 podcast. Went by fast, this one.
I know.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
All right. What's more fun than talking about karate?
There's nothing more fun.
Is there anything else? Is there even anything else in the world?
Sometimes people tell me there's other things in the world about karate, but I don't believe them.
Yes, not. I can believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. All right, a couple upcoming tournaments happening here. So coming up in early September 8th to 10th is the last Premier League, the last K1 Premier League of the year in Germany, Leipzig. How do you say that? Leipzig, Germany. September 8th to the 10th. And again, this is the last Premier League tournament. And they're going to announce the grand winners of the year in Germany. So that'll be September 8th to 10th, again in Germany. The Junior, Cadet, and U21 Mediterranean Championships are happening in Morocco. I apparently do not have the date on that. I think that's mid-September on those ones. And then finally, last one in September is the Karate One Series A in Istanbul. So a couple smaller tournaments there. Let me just double check the old dates there. So that's September 16th and 17th for the Junior, Cadet, and U21 Mediterranean Championships in Morocco, and September 23rd and 24th for the Series A in Istanbul.
That's right. Locally, if you're on the West Coast here, there is the West Coast Open in Tacoma, Washington.
That's right. Yeah.
It's October 15th.
Awesome.
Yep. And there is the Sato Cup. I think it's November the 18th. That's in Burnaby, just near Vancouver. And then the British Columbia Provincial Championships will be December 2nd and 3rd at the Richmond Oval.
Oh, yeah. When's the fitness testing? That's the most important thing.
Fitness test. So I think it's going to be the first weekend of November.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Train now.
Exactly.
We got some new stuff coming your way.
Can't wait to see it.
Love it. All right, guys. That pretty much wraps up this episode of the Karate 360 podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening every week.
Sure.
Again, we usually get these Facebook Live on Thursday nights. This is a little bit of an odd week. We had it coming at you Wednesday night. But they are available Monday mornings. Download, viewing. Again, follow us, Karate 360. And if you think anybody out there might enjoy our stuff, consider sharing it on all the social media stuff.
Absolutely.
There we go. I'm Kalen Anglos.
Richard Bosdell.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, to this episode of the Karate 360 podcast. Bye for now. San Rokumaru.